Hello, and welcome to the Future Ready podcast series on artificial intelligence. I'm your host, Spencer Acain. In this series, we explore a wide range of AI topics from all across Siemens and how they are applied to different technologies. Today, I'm joined by Tobias Malbretcht, VP of Product Management, Data and AI for Altair, now a Siemens company. Welcome, Tobias.
Hey, Spencer. Great to be here.
Great. Well, before we get into our main topic, can you give a brief introduction, who you are and your background and your work with AI and at Siemens?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hi, my name is Tobias. I'm very pleased to be here. Ever since I studied computer science and business administration at the Technical University of Dortmund, I worked with data and AI. So shortly after my studies, I joined a startup company called RapidMiner in 2008. And effectively, RapidMiner was built on the promise to make data science and machine learning simple for people who are not trained data scientists. So obviously a lot of data science is done by experts, but RapidMiner really aimed to put data science and machine learning into the tools of people who do not have a data background by training. So people like process engineers or technical engineers or mechanical engineers. And fast forward then a couple of years until 2022, RapidMiner has been acquired by a company called Altair, which just has been acquired by Siemens. And Altair obviously was founded way earlier in 1985 and was a leading simulation company, but they also invested into high performance computing and into data science and data analytics. And as RapidMiner, we joined Altair and basically become part of a portfolio of data analytics products. And now with the acquisition of Altair by Siemens in 2025, so last year, we became part of Siemens, and now I'm really excited to lead the product management of this data analytics portfolio, which now takes the RapidMiner name as the overall brand name. So basically, RapidMiner platform data analytics portfolio that is now part of Siemens, and that's a very exciting combination.
Yeah, it is an exciting combination. So you just mentioned RapidMiner a few times there, and well, can you tell us what that is? What is RapidMiner? What is a data fabric, and why is that important for AI?
Yes. So basically, RapidMiner is a data and AI platform. So what it does, it helps you to structure data and bring data together, and it helps you to build data science, machine learning, and AI from data that ultimately facilitate decision making from data. So a data fabric is in that sense important because data is typically distributed all across an enterprise. And for data analytics, that is obviously a problem, and for AI even more so, because if you have a question, if you want to answer that question, you need to tap into all the data that basically helps you answer that question. But as this data is distributed, that's a problem, because for answering questions, then you need to bring data together, basically, right? And the kind of legacy approach to that is whenever you have a question, you then sit and look at which data you need and bring this data together to answer that specific question. Now, RapidMiner flips this around, basically. So RapidMiner allows to provide an overlay and over the enterprise data and the distributed data sources that an enterprise has, and connect all these data within a knowledge graph. And what that does is it provides a kind of one place where you access data. So there's only one place that you need to go to when you have a question for analysis, right? And data fabrics do that basically, and specifically RapidMiner offers a knowledge graph based data fabric that connects all those data sources across an enterprise, then do analytics.
So it sounds like instead of basically connecting all of your data every time you have a question, you have all the data connected, and then when you go in with a question, your entry point automatically has all that data connected to it. Like you ask a question and then it already knows all of the different places it needs to go to look instead of having to, go through everything and maybe miss something. Is that kind of where we're at with this?
Yeah, absolutely, and that has a bunch of advantages. So obviously, it speeds up analytics, and so it accelerates the process of getting from the question to the answer. So we talk a lot about to our customers about decision latency, right? So ultimately, you want to reduce the time from having the question to getting the answer for something. Well, obviously, that's required to gain competitive edge and be really competitive in today's fast-paced market. So to reduce that time, that decision latency is very, very important. And RapidMiner helps to reduce that time by having this kind of knowledge graph overlay over the data, always ready for your questions that you want to answer. So you always have basically your data silos broken down and all the data connected and ready at hand, at your disposal to ask questions. Yeah, it's really important for analytics. It's also very important for AI because AI obviously also needs to tap into all the data. Right? Don't want to wait basically days or months or even years until data is integrated. AI just instantaneously needs that access to all this data. Hence, it's so important that all the data stays connected and data silos do not exist across the enterprise landscape and the data landscape of an organization. Hence, it's so important basically to have data connected and to be able then to provide all this data to AI as context. So what we basically describe this as, this layer is, it's a context layer that offers data to a decision-making entity, whether it's an algorithm or whether it's a machine learning model or whether it's an AI agent that can provide this data as context. And that encompasses all the proprietary data of an organization, all the proprietary knowledge of an organization.
It sounds like that would also help with training AI, wouldn't it? You have the context, you have all the data right there. So you've kind of talked about it in the context of using it with AI and with machine learning to answer questions. But can this then kind of be turned around, and then could you use this to help develop the AI models to begin with as like a source of data for that?
Yes, absolutely. So RapidMiner serves both aspects. It serves the context layer, so basically connecting and structuring all the data and making it available to an intelligence layer for decision making. But it also serves the intelligence layer. So the RapidMiner platform provides AI and automation toolkit, and it allows users to build data science, machine learning, and AI models that actually facilitate that decision making from the data.
And that's something that's you're helping to support with RapidMiner, right? That all of that kind of functionality, like when you're for an enterprise looking to design or to train their own AI models.
Yes, absolutely. No, correct. So when we talk about like how to tune or improve and reduce the decision latency of an organization that I talked about, there are basically three main enablers that do this. There's the context layer, which again represents all the data that an organization has, and RapidMiner provides a way to connect all this data and then provide this in a knowledge graph for simple access and easy access by the intelligence layer. Secondly, it also provides this intelligence layer. So all the automation and AI toolkit for implementing models and then also for operationalizing those models. And then there are obviously integration points where then the decisions that this intelligence layer makes, whether it's a machine learning model or an AI agent, that can integrate those decisions into any business processes. So it can obviously expose results to data visualization tools like Tableau or Click or anything. It can expose decision making via APIs so that it can be integrated with other technical systems, but it also supports a combination with Mendix, as an example, which also is provided by Siemens as a low-code application development platform, so that basically decisions can be exposed to consumers through specialized apps that you build in Mendix. And this layer, that Mendix basically is in, we talk about this as the action layer. So ultimately, there are three layers and enablers to reduce decision layers in an organization. There's the context layer through a data fabric. There is the AI and automation toolkit as an intelligence layer to help organizations build an AI factory and kind of speed up decision making. But then there's also an action layer that helps with integrating decisions into business processes. And that's then facilitated through a low-code application development platform like Mendix that we also have in Siemens.
No, that sounds like a great 1, 2, 3 layer that you have going there. It makes a lot of sense to structure it that way. So you mentioned connectors a couple of times as well, and is that how you're getting data into RapidMiner? Is that like a really easy process? Does it take some time? What kind of data can you all put into RapidMiner? You kind of mentioned earlier, of course, all the data across an enterprise, but surely that would be a very difficult task with all the different kinds of information and all the different systems.
Yes. I mean, obviously, data can be stored in very diverse systems, right? So there are like databases, there are data storages, data lakes, there are certain enterprise and business applications. So it can come in all various forms. And we try to be very agnostic and very portable and composable in the sense that RapidMiner can tap into all different kind of data sources. And that goes often via like standard APIs. So there are often like standard interfaces to pull data from certain databases or data sources. And where there are no such data sources or data interfaces existent, well, then it's quite easy actually to add a new connector to a new data source. And we can obviously always do that with our customers when they have a certain special data source. And yeah, data can be really diverse. So obviously we include a lot of like standard connectors to various like standard data platforms, whether it's like a cloud data warehouse like Snowflake or data platform like Databricks or any other like database, Oracle, MS SQL, you name it. But we also provide special connectors to various tools. So obviously, if we speak within the Siemens ecosystems, there are various like tools that support building products and managing the product lifecycle, like a Team Center as a product lifecycle management tool, or like an Ops Center as a manufacturing execution system, or like an Insights Hub as an IoT system. And we obviously connect to all such systems to make it very easy to tap into data that an organization has, and that is very important for decision-making, and especially automated decision-making, as you would want to facilitate through AI and through agents.
Thank you, Tobias, for those great insights on the applications of RapidMiner and data fabrics within the AI space. And unfortunately, that is all the time we have for this episode. So tune in again next time as we continue this discussion on applications of data fabrics and AI and what that means for AI agents.